Hello everyone, welcome to the second day of Python Bootcamp. Let me share my screen quickly. So is everyone able to view the screen? Good evening to everyone. So I think most of you have joined already, and so let's discuss about today's topic. In the last topic, we saw some basic things about Python, the definition, what are the operators, then how to take user inputs and things like that. Today, we will have a look at control flow statements in Python. In control flow, we will have a look at if-else, if-elif-else. Then we will use logical operators to combine some conditions, and we will also have a look at while loop as well as for loop. And going forward, how to control the loops, that also we will see. So all these terminologies, for some of you may be aware, who already do some programming in other language. For some of you it will be totally new. All right, so not an issue, we will take it from right from scratch. All right, so first of all, what is control flow? Whenever Praveen is saying your screen take down at corner. What is that, Praveen? Are you able to view? Yeah, it's okay. It's not at corner, Praveen. This is Colab, Google Colab. All right, this is Google Colab. So I don't have any presentation for you today. This is the only chart that I have. Okay, so I have just taken the data inside this. This is the only one screen that we will have. So don't worry about it. Okay. Yeah, I understand what you are trying to say, that it is not full, but you don't need it. This is the only chart I need to explain. So don't worry about it. So we will see if-else, elif-else. Now what I was saying, control flow. Now yesterday we did some addition. We did a is equal to 2, b is equal to 3, and a plus b is equal to 5 is what we got. All right. So we used to write it in a sequence. We used to define a, we used to define b, and then the addition was performed. So line by line execution used to happen. However, in real cases, it may not be the same for each and every time. You will have to control the order in which the execution should happen. Execution in the sense, execution of a program should happen. It will not be always one line at a time and line by line. If there is 100 lines of code, it will scan line by line. No, it depends upon what you are trying, what solution or what software you are trying to develop. All right, so that control how we will apply on that particular statements. If we want to repeat 4 or 5 statements, if we want to say um, make some decisions, then how will you do it? So that's how you control the order of execution based on some conditions. All right, and there are 3 basic types of flow control statements, that is conditional, iterative, that is loops, and transfer statements. And inside that, these are the subtypes which we will see while we solve some problems. Today we will follow a very different approach. We'll solve some problems. Along with that, we will understand all these concepts. So suppose if I ask you to write a program that checks for if the number is even. In the first place, what do you think when I say someone is asking, Fahad is asking, sir, nested for also. We are, Fahad, this is beginner's course. We have 1 hour. If time permits, I will definitely cover it. However, we will be focusing on basic while, basic for, and understand the concept and execution as well. So I don't think we will get time, but if time permits, we will do that as well. Okay. So write a program to check if a number is even. What comes to your mind when I say that number is even? It should be divisible by 2. I mean, the remainder for that number should be 0. Is that correct? So how would you formulate here? So what I will do, I am writing a if statement. Have a look at the syntax. If I said we will change the order of execution based on conditions. All right. So what I'm saying essentially here, if say I'm taking a variable num is what greater than if num modular, I mean this modulus operator that we did yesterday by 2 is equal to 0. Now this double equal to is your comparison operator. All right. Then what I want to print even. The number is even. Whatever the message you want to give, the number is even. Now did you notice when I did a colon, this cursor is coming over here, not under I. This is something called as indentation in Python. That means you don't need to mention those curly braces that you mention in another languages. If someone says you don't have knowledge of other languages, it's fine. For you it's new. What I'm saying, anything you want to write inside or you want to differentiate, this if block is is the outer part, like we write paragraph heading, then that paragraph we write in inside, right? We leave some distance to the left. So this distance is called nothing but as indentation. So if I write print here, that if will start finding that what is there inside. If look at this expected indented block, this is the error that you will get. Okay, so be very careful about writing. Anyways, when you do some mistake, it will give you an error. Now num is something that we haven't defined. All right, so yesterday we saw how to take input. We will take num from user. How we will take that? We all know by now. We used input method. Okay, so using input method, we will take num from user, and then we will check. We will enter that number and we will check if that is even. If that is even, is that even? That's the only first thing we are checking. If it is even, that's it. We are not saying it is odd. We are not checking anything else. Even hai kya? That's it. That's the only goal. By simple if statement. Now let me run this code and we will see what happens. So it gives me a pop-up to enter a number. Say if I enter 8. All right. 8 is even number. Do you agree? Look at this. What happened here is num, I entered 8. Inside this variable num, 8 got stored. What is now? It went to the if block. If 8 modulus 2 is equal to 0, yes, the condition got true. The condition got true. That's the reason whatever is inside if got executed and you got a result even. Now if I run it again and specify 9, just have a look what happens. See, nothing gets displayed. How will it display? It is not going to display anything because you have not written any condition to check for odd. You are just checking if that is even or not. If it is not even, I don't know what to do about it. This was not my problem statement. My problem statement was check if number is even. That's it, and that I'm doing it very well. I don't know what to do with the odd. But don't you think that somewhere there's a less information being conveyed to the user? You should also convey that okay, if the number is not even, it is odd. So how will you do that? The way we will do it, we will write one extra else statement to say that okay, same code I have taken and I will write I will write one extra statement else. All right, else. Could you see that? And then colon. Now if else, this is together. This is if block. Whatever you will write in else block in the sense, here it's just one line. You may have multiple statements when you actually do a code for specific client. All right. So print number. The number is odd. Now did you get it? What I'm trying to do? And what I will do. See, it's the same code. What additional thing I did? I made my program to recognize the odd number as well. All right. So I'm just running this program. Let me try an odd number, say 11. Now it gives me, oh sorry, I mentioned it then here, that's the reason. Now it gives me the message, the number is odd. All right. So if I enter 11, number is odd. If I enter what? If I enter 8, it will again give me number is even. Now it looks like a proper thing that it is taking odd number as well as even number. So this is what control flow statements, if and if else. Now this is okay if number is even or odd. You are checking what? If number is even or odd. How many conditions are there? Only two, right? Even or odd. You have nothing to check. But say if you want to check multiple conditions, like if there is any what you can say, student who is entering his marks and wants to know the grade, okay, and grade could be multiple, right? It cannot be restricted to two. Could be A grade, B grade, C grade, D grade, whatever. I mean, whatever is defined by the university or the certification exam, whatever it is. All right. So in that case, what you will do, because this has solved your problem. If else, okay, we have to just check two conditions, problem solved. How will you solve the problem when there will be multiple conditions to be checked? In that case, what you will use is if-elif-else. That means I've taken the same problem statement. Okay. First, let me check if you have any questions. Yeah, good evening to all. I don't see any question, so I will just move ahead. I just had typed this beforehand to save us some time. What I'm saying, what this program is doing, look at this. Create a Python program that calculates and displays the grade of a student based on this criteria. If score is greater than 90, it's A grade. I don't know why. Yeah, it's A grade. If it is greater than 80, it's B grade. If it's greater than equal to 70, it's C, and so on. And if less than 60, it straight away says F. So might be a certification exam where 60 is a cutoff, or what you can say, passing marks. We don't need to dwell into that. But what I'm trying to say is, look at this. There are multiple conditions. It is not just one condition that you are checking. You are checking for marks greater than 80. You are checking for marks greater than 70. For marks greater than is equal to 60, and so on. Now, what is this greater than? Someone was asking me yesterday, sir, what are relational operators? Will we be using it? So at that time, I said yes, we will be using it. If and else, and I mean the logical operators we will be using in for loops as well. So as and when time comes, I will be telling you. Did you notice? Did you all notice? I wrote this. This is a place where I write a code. All right. Still, I made this not to give me any error. I'm not able. I should not be writing English statements in code, right? This is English question. How did it accept? It accepted because I made it as a multi-line comment. Start noticing these small things. See, I have. How do I write a multi-line comment? I will give a triple quote at the start and triple quote at the end. That will be multi-line comment. All right. Look at this. This one, single line comment. When I use hash, I will give a single line comment. So what does that mean? That this line is commented and it will not be executed. It's just a comment for your information. That was what this program was for. All right. Just for your information, I'm telling you these things. Now, score is equal to float. I'm allowing user to enter a float value, and what we are checking these conditions. Firstly, we are checking 90. This is all what I said earlier. All right, and look at this, how we have written if elif, and when you are about to write last condition, at that time write a else. Finish it with last else. Okay. Line code, use if and else. Mia Hamza, what does that mean? Line code. Okay, I'm not able to understand the question properly. Might be you can frame it properly. It's okay. So we will run this and we will see what happens to this code if you run this. So enter your score. You look at this decoration that I did. Initially, we used to take only this bracket. Now I enter some text to educate a user what he has to do. He has to do what? He has to enter a score, right? So I just added this text. You are now very much familiar. Anything inserted in double quote is a string. All right, so this string I inserted, it looks good, right? Enter your score. So he enters, say, 85. So what is the class of 85? Greater than equal to b. So it took what? It took what? It took b, and so on. Whatever the result you will enter, it will be taken. Now my question to you, just focus. My question to you: if I alter this, I mean, if I alter the sequence, if I write 80 over here, what do you think? If I write 80 over here and I write 90 over here, what do you think will be the result? Will it give me proper result? What do you think? Will there be any change? Folks, let's make this interactive. Let the answer be wrong. We are here to make mistakes and learn from that mistakes. Let the answer be wrong. Any wide guesses, any change that you will observe, anything wrong will go here by writing like this. Because that is another one. What I'm saying, I just made small change. I took that criteria, second criteria to the first position and first criteria to the second position. Will this affect the code? If I run this, do you think there will be any problem with this? If there is a problem, what will be that problem? Abhinav Chandran, Abhinav, you are on right track. Abhinav, you are on right track. What Abhinav is saying, sir, if we add, if I give some value, say 95, all right, 95 is also greater than 80. So the how the execution goes, it will check for the condition. Here itself it gets true. So if the condition is true, it will just print B, and which is wrong, which is very much wrong. You got the importance of the condition and the way we write this. Okay, that's the reason 90 was written above. All right, and if at all you want to write like this, okay, if at all you want to write like this, then what you will have to do, you will have to specify and condition as well. What and condition would be? And here, folks, yesterday's logical operators, score and score less than equal, sorry, less than equal to less than 90, that's it, less than 90. Now it should display correctly. Again I will enter. This is a small change I made. All right, look at this. Again if I enter what, 95, look at this. Now I get the right result. So be careful and just focus what you are doing. It's not just क्या बोलते हैं, ये स्ट्रक्चर है, ऐसे कर लिया, नहीं, चीजों को समझो. You understand the things and then you execute. You should know what you are doing. And what I'm saying, this will check for multiple conditions. However, wherever the condition is a match, it will print that output. Then it will not go to the next condition. That's the reason when this part was not mentioned earlier, it did not go here. It ended here itself. Whatever first match it will get, it will just match it and it will give you the result. That's it. That's it. Okay. So here similarly, as someone mentioned earlier, that we may have to give upper limit, because in this we did not give any upper limit. Someone will enter marks 130, 132. However, we know that marks are within 100. So you need to go give upper limit. So in that case, in the first condition where you are giving A grade, you may limit it to and, saying and here and the upper limit 100, 150 out of whatever marks are there. You may try later. What I'm saying, you can specify the upper limits. So yesterday I mentioned that we will be solving a problem where you will be using multiple conditions. So this is one and this is another one. Okay. So what I said, if both are true, in our case, when I entered what, 95 earlier, so this got false. It came here, it checked, is the value between 80 and 90? No, score is not between 80 and 90. It went here, the condition got true, and that's all. So if you want to specify for each and every line, you can specify upper limit as well as lower limit. So that will be more crystal clear for your program to solve whatever the marks you define. Okay, so that's all about if elif, if-elif and if-elif-else. If-if-else and if-elif-else. Did you understand, everyone? Did you understand? Siddharth, Siddharth Mishra, basic explanation is not good. Which part are you referring to? Because Prudvi Aman, yeah, I could say a lot of yeses. Okay. Now let's come to while loop. How will okay, while loop, what we are going into now is loops. Come back to our diagram. The second type of flow control statement, that is loops. There are two types of flow control statement. One is while and one is for loop. All right. So we will see what is it. What first of all, what is loop? Loop is nothing but a particular set of tasks getting executed repeatedly. If some of you may be from electric background, you might better know than might be better aware than what I am, because this term loop is used most of the time. A circuit got looped or something. All right. So same thing happening over and over again. That is called a loop. All right. In while loop, what happens? The loop that over and over again, the repetition happens till a particular condition gets false. In the sense, if I give you a normal example, very normal example. All right. Say you have a locker and you have a set of keys. Say n number of keys. May consider for this time. Consider you have 50 keys. You have 50 keys bunch, and you have a locker that is locked. You don't know which key applies. What is the way that you can try? What you will do? You'll label the keys, right, from 1 to 50, and you'll try it one by one. You are not aware when to stop. All right. As soon as the key matches, lock opens. That's it. Your job is done. It may be 25th key. It may be 40th key. It may be even 50th key. So if it is a 50th key, then only you have to try for 50 times. It may be first key. Who knows? Before trying, you are not aware that which key will be a match. Okay. At these kind of times, you will be using while loop. So we will quickly have one problem on while loop as well. Okay. What we will do? We will do a sum of digits of a given number. Sum of digits of a given number. Now, say the number is, for example, 1 2 3, or maybe say any number 1 2. Then what I want is as a sum is 1 plus 2 3. Okay, this is what expected output. What will you do in this case? What I'm saying, while loop will have what will while loop have? While loop will have three things. First, from where to initialize? From the first key. In our example, from the first key, right? So key with label 1, from there you will initialization. Then what you want to check? If lock is still unlocked, if the locker is still unlocked, till that time you will try keep on doing. So second thing is condition. So first thing in while loop is initialization. All right, initialization. Then what? Condition. After that, what you will do? You will update the key. Update the key means you will try next key, right? So you will have update as well. And using the same things, what I will do? I will write a program to calculate sum of digits. Look at the things. How am I calculating, and I am trying to do? Consider the number is 12. All right, and we want to do it for number 12, and we want to add it. For now, I'm not taking it from user. First, let's try it simple. Now I've taken a number. This is what my initial number is, nothing but my initialization for while loop. Then I will write while. This is syntax for while. Okay, while condition. What is the condition? I will extract each and every digit till all the digits are extracted and the number becomes 0. So what is the condition? Number जब तक 0 नहीं हो जाता तब तक. Okay, कितनी बार मुझे नहीं पता. I will keep on doing. That's it. And after that, n is equal to 12. Sorry, n is equal to 12 while n not equal to 0. Then what we will do? We will do a remainder. remainder of what? Remainder of um let me just check your chats. Adi Munu, can you repeat? Adi, I'm going to repeat. I'm even going to show you through a visualization. I hope you will understand. Just be patient. Just look at what I'm doing. What I'm trying to do. See, to reverse a number. Sorry, to take a sum of the number. Do you agree? I need to somehow I need to take these two digits out of this number, like 2 at one time and 1 after that. All right, so to take that single number out, what do we have? N modulus 10. So if I do a n modulus 10, don't you think 12 modulus 10 will return me 2? And I'm successfully able to do one small subtask, that of taking 2 out of my original number. I am successful. Then what is required? Sum. Okay, I will just initiate one variable, sum is equal to 0. Okay, just to store sum. What is our ultimate goal? To calculate the sum of digits. So sum is equal to r plus sum. Wait a minute, I will tell you what is happening. What at the first round, see what is happening. It checks for the number 12 not equal to 0. Yes, very much true. Comes inside it, checks for what? Okay, n modulus 10, 12 modulus 10, number 2 comes out. Number 2 comes out. In first round, what is happening? Sum is equal to 0, and what is remainder? 2. So 2 plus 0, 2. Sum is equal to 2 is the current value. And after that, we want to update the number. We removed out 2. We want to remove out 1 as well, right? So we will update the number using this. I will show you the visualization. Don't worry. Please focus. All right. Now print what you are trying to print. Sum. When you do this, all right, n is equal to n double divide 10, then the number changes, number gets updated. You remember, key gets updated. You try to get the second key. So this is initialization. Then this is a condition. Here, second step, condition, and then here is your updation step. Okay, and this is the task that you want to do. So there will be some task given. Now if I run this, you would see 3 printed here. If you are able to see, you get the result as 3. Now you will see, sir, where is the loop? Adi Munus, yeah, can you repeat? Adi, see, now these things will get repeated. I will explain you with visualization as well. Okay, so you will say, ये तो चल गया यार, but it's not a magic. ऐसे ही नहीं हुआ. 2 बार चला प्रोग्राम, आपको पता नहीं है. And that's what I'm saying, the control flow. I made these 3 statements to run twice. Why? Because in the first go, I took 2 out and performed everything. Then I took 1 out and then performed sum. Okay, to better understand this, we will go to something called as Python tutor. Okay, there is something called as Python tutor. Oh, not tutorial, Python tutor. Okay, wherein this is openly available tool, nothing great thing, wherein you can actually visualize what is happening, and that is very important to understand what execution. वो जो आपके दिमाग में अभी चल रहा रहेगा, it must be there somewhere in your mind, but where are those 2 rounds? I am not able to see. Where did the program executed twice? Let's see. I will just take this code over there. Please concentrate. This is very important to understand loops. If you understand this, then you can solve. Trust me, you can solve those simple problems very easily. All right. Oh, 1 second. Sum. I just click on. Is everybody listening? Can you repeat that condition? Yeah, that condition is what? Who is it? Abhirami. Abhirami. That condition is what? That condition is n not equal to 0. See, first I will take 2 out. Do you agree? Then I update a number. I make the number as 1. Then I take 1 out. After both of them are out, what will the number be equal to? The number will be equal to it's numeric thing, right? So it will not be spacebar or some underscore or something. It will become 0, and that's what I am trying to do. Look at this visualization and then ask me if you still have doubt. Look at this carefully. We will go step by step. All right. Just notice this red arrow indicates that next line will execute, and this green arrow will indicate that line just executed. Whichever line will already be executed, it will turn green. Now we are at the first counter. Okay, step by step, just have a look what is happening. What we have taken, number as 12, sum is equal to 0. Look at this. When I click next, one variable sum is created. This, suppose this is somewhere memory, and you have been given binoculars to look into it. It is just the execution to watching what could have been in the memory. All right. Now look at the red arrow again. N is equal to 12. So 12 got stored in N. You know how to take user input. No big deal. Later on we will see. For now, just focus on this. What I am trying to explain. Now comes the important point. While 12 not equal to 0, condition is true, right? So the next step should be this. It will enter the while loop. This is the while block or while loop, you can say. Inside while, these three statements are inside while. While, how did I identify that it is inside while? It is not written exactly indented below while. Okay, it has some space that defines that it is inside while. Now look at that red arrow. I will click next. Just look at this. Value of R is calculated. R is calculated, and look at where this red arrow is. R is equal to n modulus 10, 2. You got it? You are able to take 2 out of our number, that is 12, at this step. All right. Then sum is equal to R plus sum. Look at this. Sum is calculated. Did you observe? Sum has changed to 2. 0 plus 2, 2. Now lastly what we need to do? We need to update a number. So how to update a number? N is equal to n double divide 10. Do you remember n divided by 10? So 12 divided by 10 is what? 1.2. But if it is a double divide, we get a whole number. If you remember from our yesterday's discussion. So whole number means it will give 1, and that is what I want. All right. Concentrate on this number. This number will update to 1. And look at this. As soon as I clicked next, the एग्जीक्यूशन वेंट हियर. यहाँ पे रिपीटेशन आपका चालू हो गया. फर्स्ट राउंड के एंड में, at the end of first round, your value in sum is 2, your value of n is 1, and your value of remainder is 2. Okay, now let's see in what is there. N is 1 not equal to 0. Absolutely true. All these steps that we did will repeat again. Look at this red arrow. Okay, R will change to 1 because 1 modulus 10 is 1. Then again sum changes to 3. Look at this, sum changes to 3 because what was R now? Okay, and the sum that was there from our earlier round. Okay, 2 plus 1, 3, and then n is equal to n double divide 10. So now n will change to what? 0, because 1 double divide 10 is nothing but 0, right? Now n changes to 0. Look at this, it has again went to check. 2 round khatam ho gaya. That's the reason I said I executed 2 rounds. At the end of 2 rounds, this is the thing. Sum has got 3 and R is equal to 1 and n is equal to 0. Now n is equal to 0. 0 not equal to 0. Condition is false. अभी आपका वो लॉक टूट गया, कंडीशन फॉल्स हो गई. अभी ये लूप के बाहर आएगा. Now it will come outside loop. That is what this red arrow, it will not enter these steps now. It will straight away come to this print. Just notice where that red arrow is going. Look at this. Did you see? The red arrow comes to the print statement, and now what? If you click next, you will get the result over here. Look at this. So did you understand? These many steps went behind the scenes. That is 12 steps and 2 iterations went when you just calculated what? Sum of digits. You take any number of digits, that doesn't matter. See, I can allow you. We know this. We have already done this. Input this thing. Okay, we have already number लेना है, number ले लो यार, जो भी number है, it will calculate for that. So what's a big deal? 12 के लिए कर लिया, चलो 1 2 3 4 5 डालो, 1 2 3 4 डालो, जो भी है. Addition 10. Did you get it? Did you all get it? Please let me know. Did you get the execution? Someone, Adi, did you get the execution? You had doubt. Abhirami, good. So yeah, try it yourself also. This is openly available tool. Just keep this code in that code. Visualize, click on visualize. If you have not understood yet you can try this exercise later when you are finished with this class. All right, this is very helpful tool and you'll understand it step by step. For our perception it looks like 1 minute में answer आया, because that's a microprocessor guys. That is a microprocessor or a nano processor depending on your machine. It will not take time to execute these two steps. Okay, even you give a bigger number, 10 got executed, it will not show you that I did this work for 4 times, but actually happened, things happened in the background, is that for just doing that addition of 2 digits, it took 12 steps over there. And your interview question could be like, how many iterations did it need when it was 12? So only 2 iterations in the 2 rounds, 2 times this loop went in. Now did you understand what is happening? The loop was running till the condition got false. Once it got 0 not equal to 0, condition was false, it came out of loop. That's it guys, that's it. I hope I was able to convey this. This is very important. Understanding is important. If you understand this, then no one is going to stop you writing this kind of problems. All right. And then it's a brother of while loop. Did you understand what I was trying to convey? Because why I'm asking you asking these things to you repeatedly, because see what I said before entering the loop. Did you know? आपने नंबर एंटर किया नहीं, आपको बिफोर एंटरिंग द लूप डिड यू नो मुझे कहां रुकना है? if it's a 5 digit number, it will run for 5 times. It's a 6 digit, it will go for 6 times. Before entering you did not know. Slowly when these things happen, the updates happen. After updating at one point the number became 0, then you decide, okay, I want to come out, and whatever the sum at that time, I will display that sum outside. Okay, so that's it for while loop. I will move now to for loop. If you have not understood, open Python tutor, execute, you will definitely understand. Now let's understand for loop. Printing numbers from 1 to 10 or 1 to 5. Say let's take 1 to 5 first. Okay, what I said in while, let me comment this. It is very much similar to the while loop. Okay, but there are two things. For loop operates on range or sequence. Okay, sequence. So if I want to print 1 to 5 numbers, what will be there? For I in I is variable, any variable. Again, like we stored sum, we will take I over here and we will store whatever number one by one we want to take. For I in range what? If you type in 1, we decided 1 to 5, right? 1 to 6, then it will give you 1 to 5. Just remember, whenever you use range, whatever you write last, okay, that will be excluded. So 6 will be excluded here and you will get 5. And it is more simpler than while loop. I will tell you how. So print I. I'm printing I over here. Look at this. What is happening? Numbers got printed 1 2 3 4 5. I just ran this code and the numbers got printed. Did you notice somewhere here also I did a initialization? This is nothing but your initialization. From where to start? From 1 till where you want to go? Till 6, excluding 6. So till 5 it will go. And what it is doing, every time it is calculating I. ठीक उसी तरह जैसे while ran for how many times? 2 times earlier. This runs for 5 times. How? Because it is also checking that, okay, did the range extinguish? No. In range, जब तक range में है उसको चलाते रहो. That's it. But did you notice the difference? Here you are pretty sure that what is your endpoint. It will be 10 numbers, it will be 6 numbers. So wherever you are sure that this number of iterations are going to take place, a number of rounds, this many number of, here is my end, I want 50 numbers. So आपको पता है 50 पे end है मेरा. While में वैसे नहीं था. We don't know anything. कब लॉक खुलेगा, कब वो 50वां की है या it's 25 की. We did not know. आपको जो पता है, so better to use for loop. Now आप बोलोगे सर क्या ये while से हो सकता है? बिल्कुल हो सकता है. क्यों नहीं हो सकता? मैंने कहा ऐसी कंडीशंस में, what I said, in this kind of conditions while is for is feasible, but I did not say while से हो नहीं सकता. उससे भी हो सकता है, लेकिन कहाँ आप you will ask, right, where to use what. Okay, so wherever you don't know what is the end, how many number of iterations are required, before, like proactively before entering the loop, you will use while, otherwise you will use for. Okay, while के लिए ऐसा सोचो यार, वो हम खीर बनाते हैं, we prepare खीर or we prepare some sweets. Will your mother, will your sister, whoever prepares at your home, will she able to tell you that these many rounds and kheer is done? No, it's not possible. She will always keep on stirring, and at one point, okay, she will say, okay, this kheer is this much rigid, now I will stop. Did you get the concept of while loop? While loop is that one. For is you have decided 10 rounds, okay, 2 minutes of cooking, and my what noodles is ready. You already know, you have set it for 2 minutes. So until 2 minutes, that the oven, what you can say, the dish in the oven will just continue to rotate and heating will happen. All right, I hope I am giving you very simpler examples so that you can understand. Now I will try the same code of printing by while loop. Okay, so where should I start? Initialization, guys. Initialization 1 to 5. What should I mention here? I is equal to quick. I is equal to guys, initialization, I want to start it from 1, right? I want to start it from 1. I want to print 1 to 5 using while loop. Same thing I have to do. Okay, so while till where in this case you are aware that till where I should go. While I what, less than 6. Is this okay? Is this okay? Yes, I less than 6. Maurya Chaitanya, no 7. Pratik, really good, very good. So while I less than 6, and then what? Print I. Simple. Absolutely simple. Look at this. This is what. And now here in this case, updation doesn't happen automatically. Here in for loop, updation part happen automatically. You did not have to do 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1. However, in while loop, you will have to do it. I is equal to I plus 1. Means what? At the first time, I will be 1, 1 will be printed. But before going to the next one, you have to make 1 to 2, right? Then the condition will be checked. Okay, 2 is less than 6. Yes, print 2. Similarly, 3 is less than 6. Yes, print 3. But when? After incrementing, right? In for loop, by default, it increments by 1. That means what I am saying here, there is hidden 1. You cannot see. If you don't mention anything, it will by default increment your value by 1, and here it is incrementing by hidden 1. You have all kind of provision by incremented by 2 as well. Okay, so look at this. In for loop, if I increment by 2, it's possible. I will run this program for while as well. Look at this. We are able to do it by while as well. 1 2 3 4 5. Whatever, if I do I is equal to I plus 2, it will increment by 2. Whatever you want, you can just execute. Okay, whatever variations you want to try, you can try. All right, now suppose someone tells you, give me multiples of 5. So I will try from 1 to say, like in for loop, someone asked me to calculate the what multiplication table. Okay, multiplication table from 1 to 5. I mean first 5 multiples of so and so number. So isn't it easy? 1 2 3 4 5 तो आप टाइप कर ही रहे हो. क्या करना पड़ेगा? I की जगह I into वो number, I into the table, right? अगर 5 चाहते हो, so I into 5 करना वहां पे, and incremented by 1. So for each multiple you will get the table. So things are such logical and such, what you can say, if you think properly, those are such easy. Now how will this thinking come? How do I build logic, sir? That will come by practice. It's not one day game. Okay, कि आपको एक दिन में हाँ सब कुछ लॉजिक बिल्डिंग आ गया, हाँ आपको ऐसे सूझेगा, हाँ नंबर, देयर इज अ नंबर एंड आई विल डिवाइड एंड आई विल डू दिस. नो, practice will make you build logic. So whenever you get a problem statement, you take a pen and paper and just mention the things what are going on your minds. If I do this, if these things, take small examples. Don't go for user input immediately. Sample के तौर पे 12 ले लेना, 10 ले लेना, 12 ले लेना, कुछ भी, I mean take any number. Okay, what I am trying to convey you is I am trying to make you develop logic in yourself. ये मेरे दिमाग में कैसे आया, आपके दिमाग में भी आना चाहिए प्रैक्टिस के बाद कि ओके आई वांट टू सम द डिजिट्स, राइट? सो व्हाट आई नीड, पहले तो नंबर को तो निकालो बाहर यार, नंबर को बाहर निकालो, फिर सम करो, फिर वो दूसरे नंबर को कैसे निकालना है, थिंक अबाउट इट. सो दैट्स हाउ थिंग्स विल happen. Okay, I hope you are getting what I'm trying to say. All right, if still you are not able to understand, I know we have less time, however our friend Python tutor is there, just execute, check step by step execution. It is no way possible, if you look at things properly, it is no way possible that you will not understand for loop and while loop. Trust me, people are doing programming but still are sometimes not clear about how for and while works. So get this clear right away, right now. Okay, so any doubts? I'm just looking at your chats. Okay, God of Evil, please mention the doubt. VS Gaming and Technology, he has mentioned I++. So what he is essentially trying to tell us is that instead of writing this I is equal to I plus 2, you can simply mention I++. Okay, did you understand? If it is clear, just mention clear over the chat. At least I am able to know that you are understanding what, because this is very important concept. If you are not understanding, please let me know. Okay, so see, little bit understanding I can understand. You are looking at this, some of you might be looking at this for the first time, you will not be able to grasp. That's the reason you may find out some other tool. I was researching, I just got this tool. If you get a better visualization tool, you just take it from there, no harm. Wherever you see, what is important, visualization. What I was trying to say, ये 3 लाइन के बाहर कोड आया ही नहीं, एग्जीक्यूशन आया ही नहीं जब तक this condition did not become false. Please understand, even in for loop, until and unless this range is reached, that is the number is reached till 10, whatever I mentioned in 10 or 5. Okay, 5, what was that, 6, right? So till the number has ranged to that whatever upper limit, it is not going to come out of that for loop. Once it is out, it will see, okay, in next step what is happening, 6 plus 1 7, so 7 is not in my range and I will come out. That's how it works. That's actually how it works. Now let's move on to our next type of control statement, that is what, break and continue. Break, continue and pass. Okay, so this is what we learned by if else, for while, we learned how to control the execution of a particular program. Now if you want to control the execution of loops कैसे बनाना है, control, we got that point, we are clear. How to control loops is what next question. So here is a breakthrough that we get. How will you control loop? Suppose this is a loop. By now you are aware, if I write for I in range 10, okay, so it will print me 0 to 9 numbers, right? Because I mentioned 10. What I'm stating inside that, I'm just mentioning a if condition. You can always tweak, all right? There is no hard and fast rule that you cannot use for inside if inside for. What I'm saying, when the number is 5, iterate करते करते जब वो 5 तक पहुंचेगा, then just write keyword continue, and what that results into, just let's have a look at this. Did you notice there is no 5? There is no 5 in this output. Means what? As soon as it encountered 5, what did you tell? Just continue. Just continue. That's it. Continue means what? Go to the next iteration. वो else पे आएगा नहीं, वो तो अलग बात है. But what it is saying, continue, go to the next iteration, go to the next round, pick the next number. Okay, in the next iteration it was 6, so 6 got printed. So if you want to skip a particular number, or if you want to skip a particular in conceptually particular iteration, you use continue. Okay, and if you want to come out at some point of time, यार मुझे 9 नहीं प्रिंट करना, 5 तक बहुत हो गया, ठीक है, if that is what the psychology, then you just write a break over there. If you write a break, look at that, Look at that. When it went for 5, it did not print 5. Alright, it printed 0 to 4. 5 आया, जैसे ही 5 देखा, break. That's it. It did not go to the else part. Print करने के लिए. Okay, first 0 5 नहीं है. Okay, print आए. It went to the else. It went because every time this if was getting false. As soon as it got 5, this else got true. Else में क्या लिखा हमने? Break. Break means what? Come out of the loop. Break the loop. What? This is what we are forcing. We are explicitly forcing कि यार 4 5 नंबर जो 5 नंबर्स है, that's enough. I want to come out of loop. Okay, at that time you will use break. So if you want to skip an iteration, you will use continue. If you want to come out of loop, you will use what? Break. Okay, so likewise you will be typing in. And there is one more thing called as pass. Okay, suppose I write pass here. It makes no difference. आप बोलोगे सर ये what is this nonsense? Why we are writing this pass then? There is an importance though. Just carefully look at this. If I comment this, it's as good as there is nothing inside. Now there is a problem. If has a syntax, okay, and it is expecting something inside if, and if nothing is there, it doesn't know what to do. Python interpreter, it doesn't understand. It is searching if block के अंदर कुछ लिखो यार. If आपको पता नहीं है, if you are not sure at this point of code, you will be writing it later, but it will give you an error. See, indented block after if. It is searching if के अंदर क्या है. Syntactically, it is not allowed. So how we will handle this situation when you are not sure what to write in if and you don't want error as well? You simply write pass. What pass will do? It will not generate error and it will simply execute continue the execution from the next line. Okay, it will not give you an error. That's the importance of pass. So did you understand how to control loops, break, continue, and pass? Pratik, thank you very much. That means a lot for me. So everyone, did you understand what we discussed? Whatever we discussed, did you understand in the first place? Now we have still 6 minutes. Shoot your doubts. Anything you don't understand, please let me know. See what we studied. We started with control statements. Okay, what I said, line by line हमेशा execute नहीं होता. Just tell me, if you are checking odd and even number, what is the point of executing this line by line? Is there any point of executing? If you got your result, आपने 8 enter किया and you got your result that okay the number is even, what is the point of executing the else statement? So हमेशा every time line by line execution is not the case. You need to control what you want, and for controlling that you have control statements. In control statements you have if, you have if-else, you have if-elif-else. All right, and then we saw those examples for that. Then we came on to while loop. While loop में examples याद रखना. वो जो कोई आपको स्वीट हलवा वगैरह अच्छा लगता है, just remember that locker and keys example. Till when you will try, until that is locked. Once it is unlocked, you stop it. You stop it in the sense you come out of the loop. At that kind of situation where you don't know which key is the one, where to stop, straight away use while loop. And when you are aware that what is my finite limit, over there while loop is not recommended. You can use for loop, but it is not any compulsion that you should not use while loop. If you are thorough with your concepts, you know what you are doing, you can use while loop at that time as well. Okay. Mohan Das is saying nested, what is it? Nested if. So Mohan, if there is any condition that is inside, means what we have written, if num is if num modulus 2 and you want to check one more condition, say this condition got true and then you want to check one more condition. Okay, if what even, it is even, you checked it. Okay, if you want to check something else, if num is even and also divisible, like fully divisible by 4. Okay, 4 or something else you can think of. 10, if num is divisible by 10, then inside if you will check one more condition. And how will you notify? You will write if inside a if and one more condition, and then you whatever message you want to try, that you will type it there. So this is a simple idea. Nested is what? A if nested if is what? If inside a if. So you are checking first outside if this is true, then this if, in this if you say num modulus sorry num modulus 10 is equal to 0. Okay, so this number needs to be 20, 30, 40. At that time only this will work, right? So this also you are considering, and then you are typing some message, then this will become as nested if. Did you get it? After that, Maharuk, pass, purpose of pass. Maharuk, purpose of pass is to avoid error, and when you are not sure what to write in if block. Here in this case, I'm explaining with this case. Here we took if statement. Okay, we were not sure that what to write. We decided that okay, I will write it later, this code. However, if you leave it blank, you are not decided means you don't know what to type, and you leave it blank. I am commenting it. You leave it blank here, it will generate an error. Look at this, immediately it turned red. Unexpected, because syntactically it is wrong. Inside if something should be there, so for something should be there and error not to come, we use pass. And then you can change it. Once you decide what to write in this if block, you can change it. Is that clear, Maru? Prashant, thank you very much. Pratik, where you will get the questions? So W3 Schools, Geek for Geeks, there are a lot of sites here. You can check small questions over there. Okay, then there is CSIP Learning Hub, that is very good again. It will give you snippets also, that this is the output, how did this come, what should be there. So check out very small basic questions. You will have to practice those. Sagar Shobh Arts, he's asking break and continue. Sagar, break is when you want to come out of loop. Where is that? Yeah, here. See, if I write break over here, look at the output, what is happening. If I write break over here, are you aware? By now you are aware, right? If it is I in range, something like this written, okay, it will take numbers from 0 to 9. So as soon as the number is 5, this condition will become true and it will break and come out. So it printed 0, 1, 2, 3 because condition was false. It went to the else part and else part got printed. Okay, whenever condition become false, else part got printed. This happened for 5 times till number 4. As soon as it encountered number 5, condition matched here and it braked. It braked and what? It did not do anything. It did not. It just came out of the loop. Okay, and in continue, what I am saying, it will skip that iteration. When I is equal to 5, it will simply skip that and it will move on to the next. That's the reason you see no 5 in the output. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is no 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9. So it did not essentially come out, only for one exception, it just skipped. DK, yes, when I mention, hold on, I'll just quickly show it to you on how will you execute on string loop in string. So for I in, what is it, Hamza. Okay, I just take your name Hamza for example, Hamza. All right, and I try to print I. This is what, colon, print I. Okay, look at this. What it did, automatically it iterated over. When I started for loop, I said it will be sequence. So do you agree that this string is nothing but sequence of characters? It's a sequence, right? H, A, M, Z, and A. and this h is at first position, then this at second, then m at third, and then fourth and fifth. So it's a sequence, one after another. Okay, so you did not mention I is equal to I plus 1 or anything. You did not need to start. Whenever you give a string, it will just iterate over that string, and one by one it will print. This is not that easy कि यार ये हमजा था तो हो गया print. नहीं, each and every letter has got printed separately. Okay, every time the loop was iterated. And what you are talking, DK, is about dictionary slicing and those stuff. That will come in later lectures. Okay, when it is in we move to next sessions. There is a separate topic for list, then tuples, dictionaries. At that time we will see. All right. Praveen Mane, continue and pass same output. No, Praveen, no. See, pass is just pass is. Did you see this output? Did you see phi anywhere here? And if I mention pass, just hold on. Yeah, Praveen is right. Yeah. It is same output. Yes, it is same output. There is a reason behind it. Could you tell me what is the reason? Because look at it carefully. It is passing to the next thing. It is passing to the next iteration. And let me clear this output. Okay, I will clear this in tomorrow's session. Okay, Praveen. Nice observation, by the way. Any other questions? Praveen, the meaning is not same. I will convey it to you. I will convey it to you tomorrow. Only either if or else will, only either if or else will get executed. Yeah, exactly. That was what I was trying to tell. Because if is true and you say pass, then it won't go to else part, and that's the reason it got to the next iteration. But meaning is not same. It did not skip anything. It's just that it did not go to the else part. Is that what you are looking for, Praveen? That's something I told earlier. Okay, no problem. No problem. Any other questions? Any other questions? Quickly. Praveen, actually, I was thinking you want some other clarity because that's something I mentioned earlier. It's okay, no problem. Any other questions? Please ask quickly. Otherwise, we will call it a day. Okay, I will ask you the other way around. Did you understand? If you understand, just mention it clear or something. Yes, something you mention so that. Okay. I hope this no is for no questions. Okay, guys, just practice with the Python tutor and you will get some good idea about things. Okay, I hope I was able to convey today's content, and we will meet in tomorrow's session again, yet with another basic topics, and see how the execution works. Unfortunately, nested loops to explain will take a lot of time. Might be you can do one thing. If you understand this thoroughly, just take one small example of nested loop, okay, and try to execute in Python tutor and note down the steps how the thing is executed. I will just give you one hint that in nested loop the inside loop gets executed first, and whatever rounds inside will complete, then it will come out to the outside loop. Once then one step will be for outside loop, again it will come in inside loop, again 3 steps in inside loop, again will come out, likewise the execution, something like that will happen. Okay, so you take some simple example, the sites I mentioned, and you execute in Python tutor. I am pretty sure that you will understand. Palani Rahul Dravid. Okay. I don't know if that's in your name, but uh, I also like Rahul Dravid. So, okay, let's wind up for the day. Keep enjoying, keep learning. Thank you very much. We'll meet tomorrow.